So Brent, I'm noticing a couple wiring things. So as you're planning, we're in the framing stage. What are the few things, if you want your home to maybe have some smart home features or some efficiency features that they're wiring in? What are we wiring in here?
So some things we've got wired in and planning ahead. You can't reach to do blinds on these windows, so we've got it pre-wired for a power blind. And that's been done on several of the big windows in the home.
So I would think about that if you've got one of those really tall, if you're doing the really tall windows, that's something to plan ahead for.
Right, because like I say, you can't just have a cord hanging clear down there, so.
Or you don't want to.
You don't want to, correct.
And what about like cameras? Right now we're talking about smart homes. Lots of people are doing whole in-house automation, cameras and electrical. During framing that we're supposed to be doing that?
Yeah, so a lot of security you can do wirelessly after the fact, but cameras, you still need the wires. Because it's better with wires.
Because then you don't have to Wi-Fi, because that's a less secure way to have your house with the security system is have it wireless, because then some people can tap into it.
Yeah.
So when you're doing I always look at this, the blue and the yellow. These are, if you're thinking about doing whole house automation, or like Cat 6, I guess they're now, right? Cat 6.
Yep.
You've got to be getting that all in, and you're thinking about those plugs. Do you have to think about where all those plugs are right now?
Yes, so same kind of thing. Where do you want hardwire? Where do you want Wi-Fi? So we got in this home, we've hardwired to the computer, to the printer, to the projector, to a couple of TV locations.
Because you may have Wi-Fi, but sometimes your TV, if you're streaming, it's nice to be hardwired.
Again, you can use Wi-Fi, but again, why to use Wi-Fi if you can hardwire? And if you think about it right now, you can get wires to those locations. Gives you a faster connection.
Makes sense.
With the Wi-Fi, again, right now is where do I want to put Wi-Fi boosters and get the wire for those?
Because that's a lot of what people now, they put in a wireless, but it doesn't reach everywhere they want to. So now we're hardwiring the boosters.
Yep.
We're thinking ahead of that.
Yeah.
Do you have to know all of the details about that, or do you just wire to all corners of the room? Is there somebody that figures out where they need to have boosters?
There's people that can help you figure out where to put them.
Yeah. So that you don't have any dead spots in your
Yeah.
house.
This is the time if you want to do a backup generator to wire it for that generator. Get the auto transfer switch put in so that it automatically switches on when power goes out. Power comes back on, it turns itself off. You don't have to do it manually.
Does that all just have to be wired does it have to go anywhere into the house, or it just needs to be brought in and wired into the panel?
Yeah, I guess both, because the generator will sit outside, and then you've got the switches inside and then goes into the panel.
If you're not going to have a generator at the beginning, can you wire for that if you then want to elect to have a generator later?
That depends on how much power your home uses.
Gotcha.
Most of the generators only will do less than 200 amps, and most homes are 200 amps or bigger. So again, on this home, you have to pick which circuits do I want to be able to use when power's out. You can't just have your whole house come on.
Gotcha. Again, thinking ahead.
Yep.
Planning ahead.
Planning ahead, they're like, where do we put the Christmas tree? And do we want to put it on a switch?
Or Christmas lights.
Christmas lights. There's the couple of companies that do the lighting on
the permanent lights.
Yeah, the permanent holiday lights. You can put your game lights up on game day or any holiday. With the app, you can change the colors, but again, now you get it in.
Thinking ahead and make sense.
Yep.
Perfect. Those are the wiring things you want to make sure you think ahead about.
Yeah.
And probably a little cheaper to do it now than it is to.
Yeah, so retrofit is always more expensive.
Makes sense. Thinking ahead. B&B is always thinking ahead.
If you've been thinking about building a custom home, it's never too early to start planning. Even if you're not ready to break ground, now is the time to explore your options and to see if B&B Builders would be the right fit for your project. Give us a call, visit our website, and follow us on social media for more custom home inspiration.